Hi everyone, this is Danny for Cupcakes Gourmet. Welcome back to my channel. And today I'm gonna show you guys how to make stitch, but the whole body, since I had just the face and everybody was requesting it. Before I start the video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and help me to get to 30,000. And I promise you guys that I will bring the Mickey and the Minnie kissing that you guys are asking so much. And I want to dedicate this video to Robin. She left me a message. She's a new subscriber here on my channel, so you're welcome, Robin. I'm so happy you're here. So we're gonna start with the blue, the light blue for the body, and I'm using a little bit more dough. I usually saw at the ball than 50 milliliters. I cannot even speak. And then I made a tear, like a pear shape, and now I'm just putting a little bit of lighter blue on his belly and flattening out right there, just to mark, the little cuteness on his belly. And then I'm gonna place my toothpicks on it to hold it down. You can, of course, use foam inside, but I wanted to show that you can do without the foam ball inside anything. And now we're gonna make a ball, little roll, and then we're gonna mark the side and push down on your table to make his little legs. And we're gonna make 2 of those. It's very important to measure and make them be the same. And I kind of making that diagonal shape on the top because it's gonna be easier to, to put close to the body. So you make one side of the leg and then you make the other one and put a little toothpick on the top, and you need to make these 2 sides. So now for the head, I'm gonna use the same amount of blue, but just a little tiny bit more. And we're gonna make kind of like a ball and squish it down and try to make on the top kind of like almost like a triangle, but without the sides, because his head is not oval and it's not a triangle. It's the way, like middle way there. So that's what we're gonna do. With my silicone tool, I'm gonna start marking his mouth. I'm gonna mark it first, and then we're gonna push everything down. I think this way is the easiest way for me. I hope it's gonna be the easy. Well, I cannot even speak today. I want to do this video since like yesterday, and this voiceover is so long, but I don't want to cut anything out for you guys because I know that some people are starting and like to see everything, slowly and not cutting and not too much editing. So that's why it sometimes takes like 14-20 minutes for a video, but I want to show you everything. So I mark the face, just where the mouth are going to be. And now looking at the picture, always look at the picture. I'm going to draw where his eyes are going to be. You don't need to know how to draw. We're just making the, to know where the eyes going to be, where the mouth going to be. So you know what the nose are going to be, just to give a little defining side. And then we're gonna do everything else now with I love this tool. I got it I don't know, like 2 months ago, and it's really good to work with clay. It's kind of like a spatula, but very little. So now we're gonna push it down with a little bit of water, push it down to make that a little bit indentation where we're gonna put the white for his eyes. So I'm gonna use just a tiny bit of water, enough to move around my clay, but not too much to make a mess. So if you put a little bit of water on your tools, they're going to slide better. But if you use too much, then it's going to start making a mess. So even if you're using fondant, you can use water. If you use the cone porcelain, you can use water. If you're using the air dry clay, the lightweight, you can use water. It doesn't matter. Water goes to everything. But if you use making an edible topper, don't forget to use the same steps, but use your edible materials. And I'm using clay, so I can use glue and everything. And now I'm gonna push down the bottom of his lips as well. As you can see, I'm gliding around to don't make any marks, and I'm using water to smooth it out and to help me out as well. Go to one side and to the other side, making the be under the line be a little, lower, so we give that 3D effect, then looks so cool. And now with the white, with the same place then we push down the eyes, we're gonna put all the white right there on the top and make the sides be very flash to the blue. You can also use a little bit of water. Be careful when using water on your clay and the white and like lighter colors, because if you get too much blue squishing around, you're gonna make your white, dirty with the blue. So take your time, go slow, use a little bit of water but not too much, and then we're gonna smooth everything out. And I'm not speeding up the video, as everybody asked me. I had a little answer and to know what you guys like the best, so I'm trying to don't speed and don't edit it too much of the videos so you guys can see everything. As you can see, I'm doing the other side. Very gentle. If we get to 30,000 subscribers, I want to give a big giveaway, but I want to make the Mickey and Minnie kissing that everybody's asking the tutorial, but I want to make a giveaway for all of my favorite tools. I'm gonna make a video that's gonna come up next week, all my favorite tools that I think you guys really need to have, because it makes your life so much easier, and I'm gonna show you guys that. So everything that's gonna be in that video is gonna be in a giveaway that's open for everybody. So help me to get to the 30,000, and I will give you guys this giveaway that's gonna be pretty cool. I opened a little bit of blue to put between his the eyes to make straight like his face is, and I smooth it out on the top and the bottom. The bottom you don't need to worry too much because it's gonna be the nose. And now I'm making little tiny snakes with the black to start making his eyebrows. You see that I put one little one and then I make it bigger because I thought then bigger it gave him more expression. Sometimes when you're making a cartoon, then have their own expressions, especially things like figurines, and everybody knows, like Stitch, Mickey, Minnie, things like that, and they have the 3D drawing or the movie. They can give more details and effects than we can on the clay. So I make a little bit bigger sometimes, just to give more of the effect and more of the personality of the figurine. And now I make two little black snakes to put in the middle and start making that division between the eyes and a little ball for the nose. And now I'm gonna flat a little ball and black to put it on the eyes, both sides. And I'm gonna use that same tool that I love so much to squish and put that black exactly what I want, because his black at the eyes is not too circle. It's kind of more like an oval shape, like an eye. So that's what I did. And now we're gonna put two little dots on the white to give that light reflection. So now for his ears, we open a little bit of black and kind of like in a teardrop shape, like a little bit. You see it's longer, but it's not that wide. And then we're gonna flat on the table because we need to put the pink on the top. And one of the sides I'm making a little point. Look like a petal of the flower. And now we're gonna do the same thing, smaller with the pink, and then we're gonna push down right there. I like to put on the table so I know that everything is flat, and I'm using my fingers to smooth everything out before we cut it. And now I'm gonna just push that together in the middle like that. Pinch, I'm more like pinching that end together to start making the ear, and I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. And when you pinch, be careful to don't hide too much of the ear, and that we're gonna cut the excess off. The same thing the other side. Remember to don't squish together your fingers too much, then you're gonna push the pink inside the blue and lose the colors. And now we're gonna make a little cut because he has this little V cut on his ears, always on the outside of his head. So when you're putting your ear on your stitch, remember then the cut need to be going to the outside. So we're gonna do the same cut to the other side. So you need to do the opposite sides as well, the cut, so you can use it on your ear on the right side place. And now we have the 2 ears. And I'm gonna let it dry before I put it up. You see then it's a little bit rounded, and then the picture is a little bit more like I pinched the top too. I saw thousands of pictures and the ears are kind of different. Some are rounded, some pinched. So I showed you the rounded one, and in the picture I pinched it, I read it a little bit so you guys can see. And the same way you do the legs, we're gonna do the arms. We're gonna make a ball, roll it up, and then use our fingers to separate the foot and the leg. And the same thing now here, the hand and the arm. Flat it down a little bit. I'm making one a little bit longer than the other one, so always compare, like I always showed. I always cut this off, but I wanted to show you guys. Then always make it then to look similar, the same size. You don't need to go and wait and buy material for that, but just use your eyes and try to make them as similar as they can be. And now I'm flattening them out and separating really well, making the mark between the hands and the arms. And remember that everything when it dries loses the mark, your marks, so always make a little bit more. I'm making a bunch of little balls to make all the fingers and toes, and then we're gonna put it right there on the arms and the legs. Don't forget to subscribe to me on Instagram. It's cupncakesgourmet. You can add me there, and then you can just tag me and things that you do, or use the tutorials and the videos, and I put a lot of pictures there, ideas for parties and decorations, not just tutorials like this. And it's really cool for you guys to be to see fast while the videos are coming, and sometimes I ask questions, so it's very good too. Okay, so now we did all the little balls for the toes and fingers. Now I'm just being sure that my body is the same shape I want it to be. Always check your work, if you're gonna let it dry, especially something that has the toothpicks and it's drying somewhere. And then we're gonna place the legs, and that's so you can see why I did it in a diagonal cut, because now it's gonna be easier for me to put on the side, so I make the cuts in different places. And then we're gonna place the 2 little legs and smooth it out everything, so we don't see that seam and looks like his legs is part of his body, just like that. And if you letting it dry, don't let it dry when the legs are wet. So you can put the legs, then you can put the arms, and then with the toothpick, then is where the neck gonna be, you're gonna stuff them in on the phone and let it dry before you put the head, because it's going to be too heavy and it's going to squish your legs and lose the form. So always let it dry first, the way it is right here. You just put it upside down and you put it there, and it's going to be better. And before you do that and let it dry, test on your table to see if it's standing, in case you want it to stand still or sitting down or whatever. Just be sure that it's exactly the way you want before you let it dry. I made a little ball in a teardrop shape, very tiny, for the little hair that he has on his head, and I'm just making some little marks to look cuter. I put the ears on the head, as you can see, and I pinch it the end of the ears, because I'm not really sure. I don't have the movie, so I'm not really sure if his ears is rounded or not. I thought that this way looks a little better, more like actions looking. And now with my chalk pastel and a little fluffy brush, after it's completely dry, I'm gonna make a little shadow to give it 3D effect. So I'm using a dark pink, and we're gonna go all over the top part of the pink clay and a little bit on the bottom, everything that will be shadowed down, just to give an impression that you have more 3D effects than you really have. So we're gonna do that. And after I did the pink, I did a little bit of purple just in the corners, because it should be a little darker than the rest of the ear. So that's what we're gonna do with a very fluffy brush, because you don't want to scratch anything. And now I'm gonna put his head on his body. You can put a little shiny thing on his nose or eyes if you want to, but he's done and he's very cute. I hope you guys like it. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up on this video. If we get to 30,000, I'm gonna do this huge material and tools and cool things giveaway, and I really appreciate everything you guys do for me. I'm so happy to have you here on my channel, and thank you so much, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.